What you doing, woman? You throwing all my stuff out onto the lawn?
I told you once, I told you twice.
Oh, dang, I didn't think you was serious.
What a goofball. Welcome back, everybody. A lot's been happening since you were last here. Sadly, we had to take some diseased trees down, and we did get a connex put in for storage. The house is looking quite a bit bare, but we're not worried. We plan to plant more trees. Morning. We're starting the day with pastries before we get a big demo day today. The dumpster arrived this morning. So I wanted to ask you while we're having our pastry treat before we head over to the house.
Chocolate almond croissant. Really good.
So we haven't really talked about why we decided to do this project. And we haven't talked about how it's a land bank project and the whole process that goes with that. So I think we should do a whole episode of that. But I did want to ask you your reasons for deciding to do a land bank house. Do you know?
That's a complex answer.
It is. Well, it doesn't have to be super intelligent. You know, I can edit, make you look really smart.
I'll need some help with that. The whole thing started out because you're not pleased living in a dim apartment.
Right. We live downtown, and although I love downtown because of being able to find things like this at a moment's notice. At least now. When we moved here, it was a ghost town because, you know, the whole pandemic thing. But although our apartment is beautiful and lovely, it's just a little bit too dark.
And there's the issue of extra audio entertainment in the evenings.
We do live next door to an establishment that has musical guests, so it is not ideal.
Of which there are many in our city.
In downtown. So anyway, we thought we would look for a house, but the housing market was just phenomenally difficult because of everyone wanting to buy a house all at the same time. And we just couldn't find anything that we liked and wanted to invest in. And then we started seeing all these abandoned old houses around when we drive around that had land bank signs on them. And so we learned all about the land bank. We met one of the founders of the land bank who actually showed us a different house that we decided not to buy because he's also a realtor. And we just sort of, I don't know, just step by step, it felt like the exact right thing for us to do, and the project just grew. And the ideas and what it felt like we could do for the house and for the community and for ourselves, just to, I don't know, add some value to our lives, I guess, our relationship.
Yep.
I'm gonna cry a little bit.
The concept of a land bank is to take abandoned old properties and change the neighborhood from decrepit to a functional, hopefully vibrant neighborhood over time, to recover from the urban exodus of the last 50 years and rebuild the central neighborhoods of a city. So we have begun to participate in that rebuilding here.
Yeah, as you see, Jim knows a lot about a lot, and he's the go-to guy if you have a question about anything basically, science, construction. So he's pretty much the backbone of why we can get this organized.
Good job editing that in.
And as you have seen so far, I like to do the design work, and I like to do it without spending a lot of money, because I think I like to use the skills I have already for art and design.
Of which she has many.
The hard part is I have a very full-time job that is going to be getting pretty intense in a couple of weeks, and will be intense for a very long time. So Jim will be holding down the bulk of the project, and I, in the next couple of weeks, will do as much as I can, and then we'll have to back off just a little bit.
I'm being abandoned. Be sorry for me.
But we thought a lot about that before we decided to move forward and sign the papers and commit. And I guess we both feel like you only get one shot at your life, and both of us are on the same page about doing as much of the things that we want to do as much as we can.
And the other part about it that runs all the way through our relationship is that a lot of the fun in life is learning to do things. So we keep learning new things together.
Right. We have come to tears so many times in this project, just thinking about, I don't know, saving this old house that somebody put so much work into, and helping the neighborhood. This neighborhood has already gotten a really good start, but just joining that just feels so important. Making new friends in the neighborhood. I don't know. And then our plans for the house after we're gone and after we're done with it. You know, what we might like to do with that based on the neighborhood it's in. And it's just been very meaningful for us. So I'm really glad we have decided to commit. And it also comes with the caveat of it could all just go to crap, because there's so many things that have to fall in line for this to be done, which the land bank video will help explain the commitment you're making and the timeline, and the finances, and how to put it all together. But for now, just know that we're sort of balancing everything, knowing that it might not work out. I mean, it probably will, but things happen in life, so it's a risk. Everything's a risk that's worthwhile.
Doing this project correctly in the current economic market, with products cost going up, like lumber, some parts of lumber have gone up 4 times in cost over the last year, is making this into a scarily expensive project to do right.
Right.
And there's really no sense in doing a crappy job of it. So we have to figure out how to bring the finances together with our vision.
Right.
A little bit of concern.
Oh my goodness. Are you worried?
Sure, I'm worried a little bit. We'll figure it out.
Well, I'm worried too, but I think that we're working with good people at the land bank who've already extended some contract things, understanding the climate we're in.
Hopefully we don't even have to get into that. We'll figure it out.
Hopefully we won't. But there's always something, right? There's always something in a project that...
If we're just one thing, it'd be great.
Right. I guess, I think the thing that we have going for us is that we already know that about projects. We already know there's always the downsides that just grind at you. But then knowing what you get out of it, even if it doesn't work out, like just the joy of, I don't know, dreaming about the house and the joy of seeing it improve little by little. Just the joy from the days that we have, that we're enjoying the day and enjoying what we're doing. I mean, that's all you really get in life anyway, right?
Yep.
It's pretty deep.
Yep.
So, all right.
All right, we got a dumpster today. We get to take some of the junk out of the house.
It's gonna be a lot of work today.
Just today?
Just today.
Just
Yeah,
today,
and
okay.
then I'm out.
No, I could do one day.
I love you.
I'm not super buff by the end of this. I don't know what it takes.
We're recycling our plastic bags because those shouldn't go in the landfill. This is our good pile, this is our pristine pile, and some other plastics that we're gonna recycle. Looks like that much out here. That's gonna go in there in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Look at how tiny that is.
When this house was built, there was no public water system there. So gathering rainwater was important for being able to do the dishes, take a bath, water the lawn and all that. So gutters, which this does not have now, used to be on the house, and they would come down and go into the basement. Here's a stub of the original gutter system sticking out through the foundation wall, the basement wall. We're gonna go inside the house and see where this went. 2 new steps,
This one,
top and the bottom.
that one. Well, I'm just gonna look from here.
Yeah, don't. You can go down and look later after we turn the lights on in the basement with our fancy new generator.
Yeah, later.
I'll show you how to set up the generator so that you can use the generator sometime if you want to. And I'm not here. This is our new little generator.
Because we don't have electricity. When will we have electricity?
I don't know.
Sometime this summer?
Sometime after we give the electrician the electrical plan so he can put in electricity.
But until then, generator.
We have
then-
one circuit.
That's the generator, and this is the gas for the
That's the
generator.
gas for the
And that's the extra toilet you always need when you have.
That
Okay, so tell me what you do with this generator.
you take it outside
Okay.
and you connect the ground wire to it.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Is it heavy? Can I pick it up?
You can pick it up.
Oh, it's pretty heavy, but I'll do it. Come on. No, I'm a good strong woman. So why do you put the generator outside, Mr. Jim?
Because it's a gasoline generator and you don't want gasoline exhaust inside the house.
That's where the gas goes, right?
That's where the gas goes.
How do you check?
You look inside.
Look inside.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Oh, I can see it.
Gasoline cap has a vent top on it. You have to open the vent top before you start it.
Okay.
And this is where you check the oil. Down here. The oil dipstick. Looks like it's all wet.
Okay.
This is the ground wire.
And that means it's stuck in the ground, right?
Yeah, it means it's
Down through this pipe.
connected to earth.
So is it down through this pipe under this?
Yeah, this is an old fuel oil tank that's associated with our house.
And it had you put a wire onto it?
Yeah, clamped a wire onto it.
Okay.
And then this attaches to the generator down here at this lug. Down the lug here. Get behind that washer.
Does it say grounding log or what's that symbol?
Yeah, right there's the ground symbol. And there's a little wrench on the steps for tightening this.
I'll go get it.
Okay.
On the steps. Wrench.
You just click coincidentally, that happens to be a wrench that came with the house.
Oh.
A found object. The right size for grounding our generator.
Right.
Okay. Then, to start it, open the vent cap, which we did already. And then there's a fuel and ignition shut-off switch here. It's a combination switch. Let's turn it to on.
Okay.
And this is the choke. Pull the choke out. And then pull the starter. And then immediately push in the choke after it starts.
Yay! I can? Okay, I'm going down.
Gutter pipe that we saw outside comes in here through the wall. This is the same one that we were looking at. I've got strips hanging on it because we're going to take this out. But this and several others used to run across under the first floor, under the old asbestos wrapped heat ducting, over to this corner of the basement. And you see it's boxed out. This box built into the basement, same rock, about 4 feet tall to the top of the wall, right against the south wall. The gutter runs over here, and then when it was originally built, it went into a funnel here. There's the others coming in, and that funnel turned in to this hole in this rectangular block, and the rainwater all went in there. That box is called a cistern, and its job was to collect and hold water for the household. And this block wall is the same, this is the outside of the foundation. This was lined with 3 courses of cementitious lining of some sort. I'm not quite sure what they used. I haven't researched that yet. But I'm chipping it off the walls right now because this is where the water is going to come in from the city line when we move it. But you can see this material, and you can see a little bit of a darker layer. It was put on, some cement put on it, and then there was looks like a tar layer. Here you can see some of the black. Looks like it was tarred, and then there was another coat of cement put on over that. That waterproofed the inside of this tank. There's the inlet hole we were seeing from the other side. I'm going to get back to opening this up and cleaning it up so that our new water supply line can come in through this wall. That's the old furnace on the left. That's a little workroom. Storage is probably where they had coal.
That's gonna go in